This is the plaintiff, Shakima Settles. She says the defendant is her ex-boyfriend, and the jealous guy saw her with another man, and he slashed her tires. Every time she gets new tires, he slashes them again and again, and she's had it with his crazy antics. She has proof it's the defendant, and so she's suing him here and now for the $2,566.87 she's out. This is the defendant, Dion Dawson. He says he was angry when he saw the plaintiff with another guy, but categorically denies ever slashing her tires or anybody else's for that matter. The plaintiff must have an enemy out there or something, because he did nothing to her car, and he thinks the judge is going to believe him today. He's accused of burning rubber with an X. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $500 for money owed for not dropping a restraining order.
All parties, please raise your right hand. People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Leon is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Settles, you are suing your former boyfriend, I guess, Mr. Dawson, for $2,566.87, money that you have spent on tires after tires after tires, car rental, and lost wages because, according to you, he keeps slashing your tires.
Yes.
What happened?
Okay, so I met Dion in September of 2021, and we started dating. I asked Dion after us dating, feelings started getting involved, was he involved with someone? And he told me no. So that's what I went off of. Also, his actions, he didn't seem like he was involved with anybody else. But it just still wasn't sitting right with me because certain things we couldn't do as a supposed to be couple. Like we couldn't go away for the
what?
Like we couldn't go away for weekends. I could just up and go. My children are grown.
Right.
So we can't go away for weekends. So I'm just like, it's not sitting right. Let me ask again.
Did you ever date him on a weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he would go out, but
Yeah.
he wouldn't leave for the
Right,
weekend.
like we can't go away. So I asked again. So then that's when he let me know that he had a situation and they was living together, but they wasn't together. And he had his own room. Yeah, he had his own room in there, and she didn't bring no guys over. He did what he wanted to do, but he just lived there because they've been friends for so many years, and everything is just established with them. So that's what it was. So I told Dion I didn't want no parts of it. Like I wanted to be done with the situation, so I left Dion alone because I didn't want to be a part of that.
How long did you date him before you discovered the living arrangement?
That was in probably like 5 months.
And how many times a week would you see him?
We saw each other every day. We were together every day. Oh, like when I got off work, he would come over. We were together on the weekends. He'd spend the night. So that's how I was like, how you in a relationship? Maybe like a week later went by. He called me, why I haven't heard from you. I told him why. He told me I'm downstairs, come downstairs. I told him, no, I'm not coming downstairs. He came upstairs, banging on my door. I told him I was not opening the door. That's when he told me that you're a target, and he threw sometimes my neighbors sit their garbage outside their door right before they go downstairs to take it. He took the garbage and threw it outside of my door. So I
emptied it?
Yeah, on my door. So I texted him and told him, don't come back to my house. I have the texts. He texted me back and said, you a target.
Do you have that text?
Yes.
Let me see it. Did you tell her she was a target?
Yeah.
How come?
Because she did some goofy. She did some goofy.
What, break up with you? No one can
No,
break up
it
with
wasn't
you?
even that. And everything she over here saying, she lying. I told this woman from the rep, I was dealing with somebody. Like, I don't got a lot of her.
Okay, but if she doesn't want to do it anymore, then what's the problem? What did she do wrong besides tell you, I don't want to date you anymore?
You play with people's feelings.
Oh, meaning she doesn't get to decide if she wants to continue.
No, she can do what she want. I'll stop messing with her.
All right, so if that's the case, then what were you mad at?
I was mad at, like how she did it.
How did she do it that made it wrong?
Goofy. She know what she did.
No, I'm asking you, okay, stop talking about bailiff. He's not going to make the decision. And I'm asking you to tell me your testimony.
This woman, is a lying manipulator. Like, I never did nothing to this woman. Like, yeah, I was, dealing with her, but that wasn't my girl. I'm not going on no vacations. I'm not doing none of that with her.
Okay, so that's fine. So then she says, okay, fine, I don't want to date you anymore. Why are you going to her house, pounding on her door and dropping the garbage and telling her she's a target?
It was something different. You know what I'm saying? She know what that was about, but it was different. Like,
are you going to answer me? Because I'm
trying,
asking.
because I don't even know.
Right, all you keep saying is she knows why. No, you tell me why.
Because she did something goofy.
What did she do?
She did something goofy.
What did she do?
Goofy.
That's a description of what she, how you feel about what she did. That's
goofy.
not telling me what she did. Did she call your wife?
No.
Okay, then what did she do?
Miss Settles knows she did. She did goofy.
What did she do that you are describing as goofy? Exactly what did she do? Dump you?
Nah, it wasn't even like the dump. It wasn't that.
Then
I
what
stopped
did
rocking
she
with her.
do that you're calling goofy?
She knows she did goofy.
I don't care if she knows. I don't know.
I don't know how to explain goofy.
Well, how about you just spell it out? Say the action
Goofy.
she did.
Goofy.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
Did you slash her tires?
No.
Who did?
I don't know.
How many times were your tires slashed?
5.
Gotta be kidding me.
5 times. Even after the restraining order, too.
And what happened with the restraining order?
I received it. Actually, yesterday it was final because he didn't come to court. So it was final. I have it. I gave the courts my evidence, and it was him. So everything is final, and it's for life.
What was the restraining order based on?
Him slashing my tires and him threatening me.
When you say you gave the court evidence, what did you give them?
I gave them the videos of my tires and the videos from my management of him slashing my tires. And also, I saw him.
On the very top?
Yes.
Is that a hoodie?
That's him going around my car.
I don't want to speak out of turn. Can I speak?
Go ahead.
I have no idea what the hell that is, Judge.
Well, I can see on the very top of that video that there's someone slashing her tires.
I can see on the top of that video, too.
My car is fully equipped with cameras now, so if it happens again,
Oh, good.
it's fully equipped with cameras now.
And I don't care what this woman has or possess. That's not me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why'd you tell her she was going to be a target?
Because she told me that she was going to come at me. I got text message, she coming at me, too. What you talking about?
Let me see all the text messages you folks are talking about.
This is what she do, Judge.
Stop talking. I'm reading the text.
Come on.
Did he also file a restraining order against you?
Mm-hmm.
What happened with the restraining order that you took out against her?
I dropped it.
Okay. And what happened with the restraining order you took out against her?
I'll never drop it. He flattened my tires 5 times. I'll never drop it.
Okay. And you have a counterclaim against her for $500. Tell me what that's about.
That was because when we was in the car, we met up in the car while the restraining orders was on us. A couple of times. And that's when we agreed on. I said, no, she's like, drop the restraining on me. I was like, I ain't got no problem. I don't be doing this paperwork. I dropped it. The next day after we met up, I went to the court, dropped it. And I said, no, I'm saying, you're going to drop yours. She, know what I'm saying, never, know what I'm saying, reached back out to me. She never answered the phone call or nothing. That's when I knew, know what I'm saying, she was on her bull. Know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, Dig, know what I'm saying, like, what is you doing? Yo, get this paperwork off me. If you see my texts, this is what I'm telling her.
Did you offer her money to drop the restraining order?
I gave her money.
How much did you give her?
$500.
So
I gave it to her in the McDonald's parking lot.
That's called witness tampering. All right, so you gave her $500 and said drop the restraining order.
No, she said she was going to do it.
Did he give you $500?
Mr. Dion gave me $500 because he owed me that, and that didn't even happen in no McDonald's
Man, I don't
parking
owe this
lot.
woman nothing.
This happened. This was this guy.
This happened on Communipaw and McDonald's parking lot.
Stop interrupting. Go ahead.
Mr. Dion got into a car accident with his car, and his car was damaged, and he asked me to borrow the money. I let him borrow the money.
You out your mind. You ain't never give me no money.
I'm sorry. Get out of my courtroom. I've had enough of you. Honestly, I can't. I just can't.
She ain't never give me no money. Crazy. I ain't never asked you for nothing.
Welcome back to the People's Court. I'm Harvey Levin. The defendant sounds like he can be a pretty angry guy, but the question, was he angry enough to slash the plaintiff's tires? Let's see what the judge thinks.
What on earth attracted you to him?
I don't know.
He's an animal.
He is. He is.
I mean, just literally can't even control himself for 10 seconds when there's a judge.
He is.
He's still, I can't even imagine what it was like in private.
He is.
So
That's
why? Why would you disgrace yourself like that?
Okay, I saw that towards the end. This is why I was like, I can't deal with this guy because this guy is just too much. He literally started flattening my tires every other month. I had to figure out a way to get back around him to figure out if it was him. So on July 12th, when I texted him, that was the last time he flattened my tires when we wasn't speaking. I started speaking to him again in July because I said, I got to find out if this is this man flattening my tires. I don't know nobody in Jersey for nobody to be flattening my tires.
Right. You realize, though, that on that video, I just see a guy flattening your tires. I can't recognize him.
But that video right there, it's him. He had that on. Only reason why I know it's him because I literally had just got out. Me and my new boyfriend literally had just got out my car, parked my car and went upstairs. We saw him. He literally walked past us. It was him.
If you saw him, then you know he's going to slash your tires again.
That's why I parked in front of my building. The spot I parked in, that's a handicap spot. I can't park there. I parked there because I knew it was the cameras there. I didn't know they was like that.
But better that you take and run right up to him and catch him in the act.
I did. I called him September the 23rd. The cops told us if I want to catch him, stake out in my car. So that's what I did. And we called him. I was in my car, and my friend was in his car across the street, and we called him, get ready to kneel down in my car, and I went to go pick up my phone to record him, and he took off running. But we was able to get him on video on the school that I was parked in front of, so that's why he was arrested. So if I wouldn't have been out there, this would have been the 6th time, even with the restraining order.
I'm sorry. You said he got arrested. What did he get arrested for?
For flattening my tires. It was a warrant because it was criminal contempt, because he violated the restraining order.
So what happened with that?
He didn't go to court yesterday.
But, okay, yesterday was the date of your permanent hearing on your restraining order, but was it also the date for his hearing on criminal contempt?
Yes, everything was yesterday. He didn't go. So now he has his girlfriend calling me, and I'm like, I don't want no parts of this. That's the reason I left him alone. I don't want no parts of this. But he's a live wire. He's a firecracker. So I wanted to find out how could I get to find out if it was him doing it. So I invited him over, and I started being around him. So I made up this little story. I was like, yeah, I got beef with some guy in my building over at the parking spot, and I really think it's him. I don't know. And he gave me like a smirk, and I was like, it's him. And that was it. I was like, it's him. That's it. That's it.
Do you have any other enemies?
I don't know no one in Jersey but him and my new friend. That's it. I'm not from there. I'm from New York, Brooklyn to be exact. So, no. So, the target was he was going to keep
I can't believe he has a counterclaim against you for the $500 he bribed you with to witness tamper.
Yeah, he's a live wire. So now that he sees that video, he's going to feel like, oh, that video is not good enough. I can still slash her tires. That's why I put cameras on my car. So, if you touch my vehicle, you will go to jail. And you'll be violating a restraining order again.
Do you have any evidence of lost wages?
Yes. So I missed one day of work. I didn't even go back to court and start to amend my claim because I was supposed to, the morning I came outside, I was supposed to start my training in UPS. I had to put that off a week because he had flattened my tires again, even after the restraining order. I didn't even go back to court for that. I was like, I'm just not even going to deal with it. I just want what's done was this, and that's this. So I don't know if this coming to court now is going to start something new, but I'm ready for him this time.
I am ruling in your favor, Ms. Settles.
Thank you.
I think you ought to be a little more careful about who you associate with.
Yes, I do.
He is much more than a live wire. He is a very dangerous man. And you have the restraining order. Don't let anything slide.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, you just said you let one of the things slide, like you didn't bring that up.
Oh, yeah,
you
about
can't,
the money.
You have to call the authorities all the time whenever he contacts you. And whenever you see him around where you live, you immediately have to call the police. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Because I don't think you're safe. And I need you to know that you're not safe. And we're not talking about tires. I'm talking about you. Because the tires can be replaced, but you can't be replaced. Right. So you need to be smart about this because there's something wrong with him. And it's more, he has an uncontrollable anger. He can't even control it in this setting. So when he's on his own, it's going to be worse. And when, unless the police are on him. So unless he has some epiphany where he now realizes he's going to be in custody, and I don't think he does, you just need to be very, very careful. Don't be unaccompanied. And make sure that you alert the authorities immediately. if anything happens.
I will.
I wish you well.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. My verdict is in your favor in the amount of the $2,566.87 and 0 on his counterclaim.
Thank you.
Hold it right here, please.
All right.
So no doubt about the outcome of this case. The defendant was ejected from the courtroom. He's not here for us to speak to, but the plaintiff did get a not a restraining order, but a judgment for the full amount of money she was seeking here in the People's Court. Let's see what she has to say. Ms. Settles, you heard the judge. She gave you a pretty good lecture there. What do you think about it?
I mean, hopefully he'll see that. No, I'm not playing with him. Like I told him when I met him, he met the right one when he met me. So, you know, you can't bully me and I ain't going nowhere. Jersey is where I live and that's where I'm staying. That's it.
So
Leave
you're
me
going to be
alone.
careful?
Oh, I'm good.
cautious.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Good enough. Well, congratulations and take care of yourself, okay?
All right. Thank you.
And that'll bring the case to a close. Thank you very much. Very interesting, Harvey. What's your reaction to this case?
You know, everybody thinks when you watch shows like CSI that there is some kind of a smoking gun that surfaces in every case, but that's not true. In fact, most cases don't have smoking guns. They have circumstantial evidence. The video showing this guy walking around the car is circumstantial evidence, but they're all building blocks. So ultimately, the judge can build those blocks and decide the defendant did the deed.
Does as is apply if the seller doesn't disclose he was in 2 different accidents?
If you're buying a car as is, you are buying a pig in a poke. You have no idea really what it is other than what you're looking at, what it looks like initially. So, yeah, you're out of luck.
I mean, I think the only exception to that would be if he asks, has this ever been in an accident? And the guy affirmatively lies.
There's a direct
and says,
misrepresentation.
It has
right.
If there's a
Yeah.
direct misrepresentation and you relied on that misrepresentation to buy it, you may have a case.
Right.
But unless there's a direct misrepresentation, if you didn't ask the question, then you didn't ask the question.
Absolutely. It's just buyer beware in that
Yeah.
situation. But you know, it's funny, we have Carfax now and some other services where you can check and it'll tell you if the
Right.
car's been in an accident before or not, or at least a reported accident. And there's the catch, because sometimes people have damage to a car. Maybe it's a valuable car and they're planning on reselling it, and they say, I'm better off just going out of pocket and paying 10 grand to fix the car, because when cars have accidents and a Carfax shows that report, sometimes it affects the value for resale or for trade-in. So they want to kind of just cover it up. And then if you really want to be an informed consumer who's buying that car, you can ask them to meter the paint, check the depth of the paint all the way around the car, and give you readings.
Yeah, you're in
on that.
another realm
Well, I'm just saying.
squirreliness when it comes to buying a car. I mean, I've seen you
not
do
that
your...
many people do that.
No, I've seen you on your hands
have
and
a paint
knees
meter,
crawling.
so-
Yeah, you actually own a paint meter.
Yes.
That's crazy.